extruded alloy. Most people just throw it in, but man, if you got a grinder, take these things apart. That's so it fits in the bucket easier. Now this, that's a steel frame. I thought it was plastic. Now we'll throw that in the shreddy, boys. Probably gonna get in a bigger bucket or tote for that. Yep. Freaking rain. Oh, don't forget this guy. What else we got in here to chop up? Chop some stuff up. Probably chop these up. I gotta chop. I know people, man, up in the city, man, Indianapolis, I turn that in as extruded all day, but where I'm at now, they want me to chop that dude off because there's welding, and then this part here, this cap was just a sheet alloy and not extruded alloy. Got to keep the boys happy, and they, you know, they keep me happy. Oh wait, before I do that, I want to do this. This is all steel. Everything on there is steel, so that makes it real easy, man. You just turn it in as steel. That's easy. Ain't no fun though. It's always fun when you gotta. It's always fun when you get a chance to break out, you know, the old grinders and the tools. That's what's fun. Why you should wear long sleeves and long pants when you're messing with the grinder. Grinding out the rivets of this pan here. Well, at least it cooled down. It was burning. Ow. Thing stuck in my leg. Owie. Cutting the wires off these tags, getting ready to scrap these dudes out. It's extruded aluminum, a little bit of cast and a little bit of steel inside there. So, yep, that's what we're doing. Use some old clothes too. Long pants if so, like I showed you. Yeah, it broke skin, it burned it. Here's another little burn I got. I don't know if everybody can see that. I can't see this, sun's so bright, but that there, I was grinding metal and a piece flew on my glove, burned a hole in it. And I was almost through the piece, so I just let it burn, and it actually got me pretty good. So there it is. Steel wire. A little bit of steel. I've heard recently a lot of people calling it processing metal. You know, it's all the same. Cleaning up, breaking it down, separating, processing, micro scrapping. These are all new terms I heard, except the breakdown or cleaning up metal. So yeah, after about 6 hours, you know, and then
what you did in that 6 hours is only $30. Is it really worth it? Well, I don't know. I got to hang outside, got to stay active. You know, I got a little sun, some vitamin D. Is it D? You get vitamin D from the sun? Anyways, yeah, so we got that. Got to break out the tools. Always love breaking out power tools. Love it. And it gets you, well, it gets me away from having to do dishes, cut the grass, well, basically anything, because, you know, we making the bacon, you know what I'm saying? And this is a little extra bacon for to feed the need, you know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, every now and then I'll help my wife do that stuff, but clean the house, you know, I'll try to help, but usually after 10 hours and then an hour and you know, to 2 hours of scrapping, and then, you know, it's just like, wow, you know, sleeping 4 hours a day. I guess that guy Tesla only slept 4 hours a day. He lived up to be about 80 or 90. So Einstein, I think he only slept a couple hours a day, and he lived to be a ripe old age, you know. So we'll sleep when we're dead, you know what I'm saying? You know, the time is now, because now is the time, you know. Get that grip. That's right.
There she blows. And this one does blow. Got a plastic fan in there. You all know what's inside a vacuum. You got your armature, aka copper bearing motor. The brushes, brass, some, I don't know what that is. Usually that stuff's magnetic, but this one's not, so this is some kind of graphite or some, I don't know. Anyways, don't know what it is. Look at these crates. Look at this field case. I have never seen a field case like this before. Came in 2 parts, man. Dudes, look how pro this is, man. I got a grinder for grinding. I got a grinder for cut-offing. And I got a drill for screwing and unscrewing. Pretty sweet. And this will be copper 2. Copper 2 wire, because of the coating on it, or the glue, you know. Also, like if you was to clip all that off, that also would be copper 2 because of the glue and the coating. So let's go ahead and see how much copper we get on this mug. So I went ahead and cut both sides, because this has some kind of glue. Usually you just cut one side and it just kind of falls off. So I went ahead and cut both. We like running the grinder, it's fun. The grinder's cool, man. There we go. That's how it's done. That's how it goes. You know that? This dude's actually pretty heavy. I mean, you get a bunch of these, you know, vacuums are worth it, but I can understand why people pass up vacuums, man. They are nasty. I pass them up unless I'm really hungry. If I'm real hungry, I'll get that vac. Yep, so I got another one going on here. Start with the goods. Copper 2. And all 4 of these, yeah, I'd say it's about a pound. I'll get that plastic off of there. That's $1.70, I think. $1.70. Right there, $1.70. We got about 22 cents in steel. And a little rubbish, a little skittle scabble. The white brass, I do believe. White brass, but I throw that in a bucket. I keep it. Yes, sir. I'll throw it in as some dirty brass. I cut these little dudes off for the cream. Why not? For the cream, boys. All right, everybody. The truth is told. Aluminum rims. Extruded. alloy. Most people just throw it in, but man, if you got a grinder, take these things apart, that's extruded. Let your yard know, hey man, I got extruded right there. Make 45 cents a pound in my yard. Then what do you do with the hubs? Throw them in as irony or dirty alloy or breakage. You can do that. My yard won't take that, even though it's got a good amount of aluminum. It's also got more steel in it, so they won't do that. So let's get this dude apart. So I'm just gonna grip one side of the cone flange nut, I guess they call it, flange nut. And well, this dude was already loose. I didn't loosen it, it was already loose, but sometimes they that way. I got my my small steel bucket here. Pull it out. Oh, we got another cone. There's the cone. Don't forget that, dude. The ball bearing's right on the cone. Shake all the ball bearings out. Get close up. Now what we got is a steel cup inside this aluminum shell. So we're going to grind that steel cup out real quick. So what we're going to do, I got it in my vise. I'm just going to make it 1 slit, 2 slit. There'd be a nice little screwdriver. Oh yeah. Look at that. Comes right out. Oh, just like so. So now what we got is a clean aluminum shell. I get 32 cents a pound for clean alloy. Throw it in that bucket. Get a shot of that. That's good stuff right here. I'm gonna fill that thing up. All right, that's good. Thanks, baby. So dealing with the aluminum rim band. Usually, I notice now it could be different from a manufacturer defect, but usually where the valve stem is sticking out of the, you know, the rim, the big hole where the valve goes in, the Schrader valve, look to the other side, straight across it, and you'll see it, like it's split, and that's called a seamed rim. You'll see the split, and a lot of times if the rims are really bad, like the kids running up the curb or through a chuck hole, it would actually open up. You can really see it then. So what they do is they form the rim, the machine forms the rim around a, you know, whatever size it is, 20 inch, 24, 16, 18, 20, 24, 26, 700C. It'll wrap it around this big old round perfect billet, and it'll press 2 little steel rods in there that are knurled on each end, and it'll press it in there. You can see that rod. I cut that one. You can see the rod. You can see that rod. It's a steel rod. You got to cut that out to get your, you know, clean extruded. Now, a lot of yards don't know that, and a lot of yards don't know that these are extruded alloy. And if they do, they're not going to tell you. So you got to cut it so you can show the yard, hey, you know, my yard already knows. I already, you know, told him about that, and he did not know. He did not know. So when people were bringing in rim bands, yeah, he threw out the magnet and said, nah, these are not, you know, these are dirty, you know. So I may have messed it up for a few scrappers there, but there we go. The truth be told. So save back your rim bands, man. Next time I get one, I'm going to show you how to totally break one down, man, from a thread-on freewheel to a cassette freewheel. And you got to have the tools for that. And I got the tools to, it's if you're into scrapping, you're into tools. And always when you got to buy more tools, are the tools to use to make it easier. Hey man, I love it. I love buying tools. There it is.
Sit, meow mix, sit. Meow. That's a good pussy.